could be like in today's trading session. Amar, hi, morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Given the way we gapped down yesterday at open and then slightly recovered from there, even though we paired some of those gains towards the closing last 30 minutes or so, what's your take on where the markets could be headed today overall? Do you think we could have some stability in the market, if at all, today?
I would say a very good morning first. So, see, markets on the downside definitely seem to be very strongly supported around the 24,600 levels, 24,700 levels, immediate support, because that's from where the market had bounced back, and that's where the market is taking support. But what we're seeing, or what we saw yesterday also, that from almost 200 points in the negative, the markets were up 100 points, and then they gave away the gains. So that clearly tells me, and yeah, it was expiry day, so definitely that sort of volatility is expected. But having said that, if you see the short-term trend, I've been saying that it continues to remain weak, no doubt about it. A couple of technical indicators are negative. There's not much of a positive per se. So yeah, some of the results are positive, but the Donald Trump tariff 25%, that I wouldn't say would have really impacted, but yes, there are concerns that how that's going to be addressed. So that's one. So that's the reason we are seeing this sell-off or profit booking in the markets. I think that's a healthy thing. We could see if 24,600 is breached, then we could see a 200, 300 point further correction in the Nifty towards 24,400 level, because that's going to be a very important level. Having said that, if I look at the intermediate term trend, we are approaching important and crucial support zones. So we could witness some sort of consolidation in the market. And what I see is that upside seems to be now currently capped for some time. And that level is 25,000, 25,200. So that should act as a short-term top for the markets. And also we'll have to wait and watch how the companies, because the results are now, I would say, more or less mixed also in some cases. Financials, how they really come out, that's something we have to watch out for.
Absolutely. Sharon, what's it looking like to you? Quite a bit of volatility yesterday, and looking at the global setup this morning, it seems like once again we're headed in for a weak start. But give me a longer term perspective, Sharon. What are the rollover data indicating? How do you think the August series is likely to at least kickstart, not close perhaps?
So, good morning everyone. Firstly, I'll just take a small data about the month of June. Generally, in the last 4 years, the low of the month of June has never been broken, and the Nifty always takes an upside from that kind of levels. So there is some kind of downside protection to Nifty.
Sharon, hang on there. I don't think you are mic'd up yet. We'll just get to you in a second and get in that analysis as well. But Amar, any stock-specific ideas for our viewers?
Yeah, I would say that amongst the stock, one can look at Jindal Stainless, one stock to look at from a buying perspective, because what we are seeing is that the stock did correct from almost 730, 740 levels to 660. Now it's bounced back. It's moved towards 700 levels. If you look at the structure of the stock, I would say it's positive. On the intermediate term trend, short term trend also, it's inching higher, and on significant volumes. Long term trend is more or less, I would say, neutral with a positive bias, I would say. So this is one stock one can look at buying at the current levels for an upside target of 743 and a stop loss of 657. And the second stock to look at is from the insurance space, and that is GIC. So GIC, what we've seen is that the stock corrected from almost 500 levels to 400. So we witnessed a 20% correction. The stock seems to have formed a double bottom on the charts, and the stock has been displaying strong momentum for the last couple of days, also in significant volumes. So sustaining above these levels is something we could witness the stock to rally towards 423, 425 levels on the upside. So that's the target one can keep with a stop loss of 370.
Okay, back to Sharon now. Sharon, you were talking about as to how the low of June has never been breached.
So in the last 4 years, if you see the charts, generally the low of June is always protected. So I think this time also you can expect some kind of reaction around those lows. So 24,000 is a very strong support. So for the month of August, I don't think that kind of levels can be breaking. Again, if you see, despite such negative news of 25% tariff, people were expecting the range of 10 to 15%. The low of 100-day EMA of the Nifty wasn't broken around 24,600. So immediately I think that support will hold. For today, especially after a very volatile day yesterday, I think Nifty will be very range bound. And the range for the Nifty will be 24,600 to 24,900. I expect an inside day kind of candle followed by 3 or 4 days of consolidation. And post after the result season, I think you can see some kind of move on the upside or the downside if the levels of 24,600 are broken.
Okay, so that's the take on, in fact, very interesting data coming in, Sharan, over there. But what would be your stock recommendations for the day? What are you liking?
So since FMCG pack is not too much impacted by the tariffs, they are more towards local consumption, and looking at the results of HUL, Dabur and all this, I think the consumption play will do well in this season, in this August expiry at least. So my first pick is Tata Consumer, is looking good, very good on the chart, consolidating near its 200-day EMA, and twice and thrice it has actually reversed from these levels. So you can go long Tata Consumers with a target of 1103. A stop loss of around 1053 on a daily closing basis should be enough. Second stock again from the FMCG pack, Dabur, looking very good on charts, has given a strong reversal of the 200-day EMA. Even results were quite decent, so I think go long on Dabur with a target of 569 and stop loss of 509 on a daily closing basis.
Okay, let's take a very quick break.